Hey, Lou Mosca, Chief Operating Officer of American Management Services. Welcome to this edition of Straight Talk. What I want to talk to you about is where we're at right now. Today is March 20th, 2019. So I don't know when this...
2020.
Like I said, 2020. My head's a little in a couple of different places lately with this coronavirus thing, right? So yesterday I was fortunate enough to be a participant in a webinar with chief economist for a major bank, and it's one of the top 5 banks in the country. And the economist spelled out black and white exactly what you know, that we are in a recession. Thank you, coronavirus. Thank you, COVID-19. We are in a recession, right? They're telling us that they believe unemployment will jump by double. We'll go from 3.5% to 7% over the next month or two. That we're definitely in a recession, whether it's housing, whether it's retail, whether it's restaurants, whether it's truckers. We're in deep doo-doo, okay? And in fact, our business here at American Management, we've been feeling it, but our clients really count on us and are working with us, and it's really been refreshing to see how valued we can be sometimes. But we're in a recession, and you got to think like that. So how do you get through a recession? You got to have a plan. You got to have liquidity. You got to be able to communicate with your people. You got to be able to communicate clearly, concisely every day with your vendors and your customers. So the good news about this webinar I was on yesterday is they said this might be the shortest run recession in history, because they believe the federal government is going to spend so much money to knock down the virus and to prop up the economy. So they believe that the second half of 2020 will be very strong. So let's say they're correct. And I heard this from not only the bank yesterday, but an advisor at Merrill Lynch today, that's what they think. And there were 2 different banks, right? So let's say that's the case. Today is March 20th, 2020. So we've got 3 months of hell to get through. 3 months of hell to get through. Here's what I ask you. Do you have a plan? Are you communicating with your employees? Do you have enough liquidity? Have you spoken to your vendors? Have you spoken to your main customers? Are you protecting the entity and your employees? If you're doing that, you will be the last man standing and be strong and come out of this in a month, 2 months, 3 months. If you're not, you might as well start to pick your gravesite, because that's where you're going to be. So if you want to talk about how to get through a recession, I think we've got some white papers on that on the American Management website. Feel free to call me anytime, 800-743-0410, or send me a message on Twitter. What's it called? Twitter. And my thing on Twitter is Mosca Small Biz. And what's that? Mosca Small Biz. All right. And otherwise, have a great day. Keep fighting. This is the new world. You're going to have to get through it. No one's got a bigger heart than you, Mr. and Mrs. Owner. Be a fighter. Be a strong leader. Call me anytime, 800-743-0410. Have a great day. I'm reminded to tell you, hit the subscribe button.
Don't forget we have a podcast.
Oh, yeah. And on what?
It's on Spotify. I managed to get it on Google Podcasts.
Okay. So also look for our Hardball Profits podcast. It's now on Spotify and on Google Podcasts, all right? Apple, or was it Apple?
Apple's coming soon.
Apple's coming soon. They're a pain in the neck to get live on. And quite frankly, folks, we're not fancy people here, right? We're not like Joe Rogan. We're not going to entertain you. We're not some of these other fancy people, Chuck stuff, whatever. We're just going to talk to you about business and the things that might actually matter to you to help you create a better life for yourself and your family, okay? So Hardball Profits, podcast, Spotify, Google
Podcasts.
All right? Thank you all.